Hi, this is Sandy Oberlees.
Hi, this is Russ Swallow.
Hi, this is Coach Clay.
Hi, this is Timothy Brinkley.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our next lesson. This is Sandra Oberlees.
And this is Mr. Brinkley.
So welcome. When we left off yesterday, your homework was to select some housing, an apartment or a house, and calculate your housing. And the first thing you were supposed to do was go to rent.com or housing.com or apartments, all of the different links that were in the Google Classroom page. And you were to do a screenshot of the apartment that you selected, along with that would show like the price and what some of the amenities are for that particular apartment. So we did that on an extra sheet.
And then you're supposed to put that price right in here where it says housing. And if you have a roommate or two, put the number right in here so you have an accurate number for how much it will cost.
All right, so this one is the formula. If there's more than one person, you've got the whole price divided by the number of roommates, okay? Now, today, we wanted to figure out gasoline costs, all right? So rather than just coming up with a number, we've got a calculator. We want to show you how to create that calculator. So over here, we've got a fuel cost calculator. In order to figure out your miles per gallon, if you already know what kind of miles per gallon your vehicle gets, you can just plug in that number here. But if you don't know, we've got another formula over here to calculate and to figure out what your miles per gallon actually is. So we're going to go ahead and create that. So let's go back to your budget spreadsheet and let's open up a new one.
So in the bottom left, if you're on a cell phone, it should be down in the bottom left as well. You'll just click on that plus sign.
Click on the plus.
And you'll see it adds a sheet 5 there. Let's go ahead and rename that fuel cost calculator. And while we're down here, we can also rename the one that says sheet 3 here to apartment pictures. All right, so on our fuel cost calculator, we're going to walk through step by step how to make your own cost calculator. And this is super helpful because not only does it apply to this, but other things too, like calculating gas or water, electricity, calculating cell phone fees. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can use this for your personal use, and then a ton more with if you get a job in finance or, you know, some kind of industry that uses Excel a lot. Where do we start, Ms. Oberlees?
All right, why don't we go ahead and put our headings up here. So the first one is going to be fuel calculator. And then the first one was going to be what?
Miles per gallon, fuel price, and then days per week to work, round trip mileage to work, other trips mileage is the last one.
Okay.
And so the last one is gasoline cost, and that's where we'll put our total cost. Now, you might be wondering how you get these numbers. And the way you get these numbers is by keeping your cell phone up to date with how many miles you drove to different places and keeping a receipt at the fuel pump to show how many gallons you got and that kind of thing. So it does help if you are more detailed to initially get these costs.
Okay, I'm going to double click here between A and B to make that wide enough to fit all of our words.
All right, so miles per gallon, let's put in some numbers. Let's say 20 miles per gallon. You get an old car that doesn't get very good gas mileage. You could put 20. If it's a truck, put 12 because trucks don't get as much mileage as sedans and smaller cars. If you have a Suburban or an SUV, put like 5 or 6 because those are gas guzzlers.
Right.
And then the fuel price, you just look at whatever gas station you shop at and put that price in there, and it will change up and down. So you'll want to make sure it's like an average of how much you spend on fuel price.
Okay, I think it's running about $3.25 a gallon right now for the cheap Arco gas. So we'll put that in for right now as a starter.
And then how many days per week that you work, let's just assume you have a full-time job and you're working 5 days a week. If you have a split swing shift, you might be doubling that. And then round trip mileage to work, let's assume 40.
Okay.
And
So-
then other trips mileage, like to grocery stores, to parents' house, to friend's house, like we could put 100 there.
Right, because you might go to Victorville, you might go somewhere else.
Victorville is about 40 miles away.
Right. So one round trip would be 80 miles plus the grocery store. 100's about right.
Yes. All right. So then let's also get the MPG calculator on the right, just in case they don't know
Okay.
the top number there. So
this
MPG calculator, let's put that at the top of column D. And it's really important that you start with a full tank of gas, I should say.
Right. If basically you're not going to be able to calculate your gas mileage until you have a full tank of gas, and then you'll do all the driving you're going to do, and then at the next fill up, then you will put these numbers in.
So the first number is gallons to fill up, like how many gallons to fill up, and then you'll also need to know how many miles you drove since the last fill up. And this is where keeping track of all this with pen and pencil, maybe just leave a notepad in the car. If you're old school, or if you want to use your cell phone, just put it somewhere that's backed up, like on Google Drive, or Apple has the notes that are shared to iCloud. Either one of those is fine. And
I usually write on my gas receipt what my odometer said when I filled up, and then I can check the next receipt, and so I can calculate. I also reset my trip meter every time I have a fill up, so that tells me how many miles
that's
I've
a really
driven.
good tip. All right. And then the last line under MPG calculator is MPG, which stands for miles per gallon. And how do we get that, Ms. Overleaf?
All right. Well, in order to do this, again, I'm going to double click here. In order to get the miles per gallon, we're going to start with a full tank of gas, so we're not going to have any numbers here. But gallons to fill up. That means how many gallons did I put in my car?
Let's put 13.4 like we used in our example.
And at the fuel pumps always have 3 digits there when it calculates. So we're going to come up here, and I'm going to increase the decimal places to 3, because the fuel pump is going to show you 3-digit decimal points.
Yeah, that's for really good accuracy.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be more accurate, you're just not keeping track of a few cents here and there, or maybe even a few dollars, depending on how much the gas is.
Right. Okay.
All right, and then miles driven since last fill up, let's put 270.
Okay.
And then let's figure out the MPG. So how do we do that?
All right. To figure out the miles per gallon, miles, that would be how many miles. Per means divide by gallon. So we're going to come over here. We're going to do the equal sign.
Because all functions start with an equal sign.
Right. And then the miles driven. So M is miles driven divided by per the gallons to fill up, miles per gallon. Enter. There it is.
Enter.
But so we're going to decrease the decimal places down.
And that will just round it up to the
Right.
whatever decimal you have. And so remember, that is not a dollar amount. That is how many miles you get per 1 gallon of fuel. All right. So now let's have it on the column B there where it has the 20. How about we update that to go look at the calculated value now?
Okay.
Instead of hard coding it.
Right, so we're going to equal sign and click on the cell where it is and just hit enter.
Good. So now if we change our gallons to fill up, watch what happens to that B2 cell. So it takes 15 gallons to fill up, and now we have 18 miles per gallon. Do you see how that affects everything? And so when we put in a formula here next, this is a little bit more complicated formula under B7. That's the one we're going to work on next. And you'll see all of these numbers affect each other. So how do we do that one, Ms. Overleaf?
So equal sign, and we're going to take B5 times B4.
So that is basically saying how many trips a week do you make to work?
And
so
have,
it's 5 times 4.
So that tells us how many miles we've driven in a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically right now this is miles, and I've got my formula.
Right. So let's get back into that formula and add a parentheses around those two numbers.
Okay.
And then we're going to add into that our other trip mileage that you should be keeping track of.
Okay, so I'm going to say plus the other trips that I drive per week is 100 miles. So I'm going to hit enter. So I'm driving about 300 miles per week. Okay?
There you go. So then let's put a parentheses around all of that so we can divide it by another number. We're going to take all of that and divide it by the miles per gallon.
Miles per gallon is up here. Okay, hit enter.
So that's showing us our next result, but that's not the final answer. We still need to multiply that by how much a gallon is.
Right. This just tells us how many gallons of gasoline we're going to be using in our weekly trips. So now we have to put another set of parentheses, and we're
multiplying it by the fuel price.
So
You got that
multiply
right?
by the cost of gasoline. So that's going to say, okay, it's going to cost me this much for every gallon of gas. So that what's in the outside parentheses over here is how many gallons of gas I'm going to use a week times how much it costs. And this is how much it costs for 1 week.
For 1 week of fuel, right. So let's put the $sign on that.
Well,
There's that little button in the top just so it shortens it. I know we're going to add
Yeah.
one more thing.
Okay.
All right, so that's $54.98. All right, so this is per week, but we want to figure out how much per month. And so one of the things we did in our other formula is we added a bunch of numbers as constants. So weeks per month, and then we just use that over and over again. So just remember, this number doesn't change. So we take this number now and we multiply all of that by how many weeks there are in a month, just so it's consistent, and that will give you what the price is per month. All right, so then we have our cost calculator. The last step is just to make it look a little bit pretty. The goal is for you to create your own sheet and do this all on your own. All right, so let's put this into our main sheet. Let's use the equal sign and bring it
Okay.
over so it updates automatically.
Equal sign. Click on the fuel cost calculator. Click the correct box and hit enter.
We probably don't need the $sign on that one. With this little drop-down menu, you can also just change it right here. All right, I think that's it. We'll see you on the next video where we'll start making this look prettier.
Good job. Bye-bye.